Hello everyone and welcome back guys to episode 16 of my F1 2017 McLaren Honda career mode, and unfortunately this week most of the footage did corrupt. Now I've been getting a few requests though to make more career mode videos, so I decided today I just sort of made a bit of a compressed video. Now there will be still a few audio and visual glitches in this short recording, but I thought I'd leave you with the footage. And in free practice, well, I binned it a couple of times. Unfortunately I binned it on my track acclimatization lap, which probably wasn't ideal, still somehow got some R&D points from that, and then again on my fuel saving run. So free practice wasn't exactly the best place in the world in the heavy wet conditions. Then after that I decided I'd completely overhaul the engine ready for the Grand Prix. Going into qualifying though, I was just going to do one bank lap. I was going to be starting right from the very back of the field anyway, so I thought, why not get one good lap in there. But unfortunately, I decided I'd bin it on that lap as well. So as you can see, completely binning it out of the first sector there, and into the wall we go. I was starting from the back anyway, so it didn't really make too much difference. And now, as we go into the Grand Prix, as you can see, down in towards turn 1, they're having to brake very, very early there. It's just a wall of Formula 1 car ahead of me. Sneak down the inside of Marcus Ericsson here. Could have probably made up a few more positions at the start if Palmer, Verline, and Van Dorn didn't all decide to go 3 wide at every given opportunity. Just look at that, they're still 3 wide there. I nearly get killed by the Van Dorn brake check there. We go down the inside of Palmer though, and we did make up a couple of positions from the start of the Grand Prix. Actually made quite a nice little late dive bomb on my teammate Van Dorn on the end of lap 1 as well there. So that was quite nice to make as we go right around his outside out of the Casio triangle there. So we made up a few positions off the start, which is alright for me. And then we sort of just trying to fight my way through the field, and probably down in towards this final chicane was the best chance I was going to be getting all race long there. Lance Stroll, nice Mercedes power unit able to pull away from me down the straight, so we have to send a very, very late one up the inside through the final couple of corners. We actually were able to go side by side though with Carlos Sainz because, nice Renault power unit that doesn't work ever. We go side by side through 130. I do give him the room on the outside there. That could have probably ended up in, death for the pair of us there. We completely cut him off through the final chicane. As we now skip on to lap 8 though, after the top guys had started to make their pit stops, we were already up into P7 here. Kimi Räikkönen decides that I don't deserve any track space there, so Kimi Räikkönen decided he was going to be a dickhead to me, so I decided, I'd return the favour. I did originally intend to, let him pass, quite nice and easy there, but I decided, keep the front end in, go right around his outside it through the final corner, completely squeeze him out wide over the curbing, and potentially, just about into the gravel trap there. And I was quite happy with that until Kimi just sends one down the inside, goes right around my outside there through the hairpin, completely mugs me off as we go through there. So I was left feeling a little bit sorry for myself after that one, because Kimi Räikkönen decided he would abuse me, and nice Ferrari. After all of that, I did finally make my one and only pit stop of the Grand Prix onto the set of the super soft tyres here on lap 16 of the race. It was looking quite good at this moment in time. You can see on the mini-map there's actually quite a big gap behind P10 here, so we were coming out looking very, very strong in this race. We were basically guaranteed points as long as we didn't bin it between now and the end. And we carved our way back through the field, going for a brilliant double overtake there. First of all, on Max Verstappen, getting an absolutely wonderful run on the exit of Spoon there, using just quite a nice bit of curb there, as we now come down the back straight once more. Danny Kvyat giving me more racing respect than Kimi Räikkönen there, so clearly, who understands, racing room on this game. I make contact with Kvyat, though, nearly take us both out through 130. I can only apologise to him, and, we made a double overtake, though, so I was quite happy with that one there. Side by side with both Toro Rossos through 130 out during this Grand Prix. But then, after that, everyone else, sort of made their final pit stops and everything. We came through to finish the Grand Prix P5 there. Very, very frustrating, because it was probably, on raw pace alone, my best race of the whole season. Vettel won, Raikkonen second, Hamilton third, Esteban Ocon doing very well in P4. Valtteri Bottas was just terrible all race long, couldn't even catch me right at the very end. But Hulkenberg 7th, Magnussen 8th, Palmer 9th, Max Verstappen down in P10 there. Not very happy for either Red Bull driver there, as they were only able to score 1 point between their team. But a good showing for McLaren Honda there, especially for the Honda power unit. We jump for Romain Grosjean in the driver's standings there, now 2 points clear of the Haas driver behind me, so that was quite good for myself, as there's a little bit of switching around between a few drivers up and down the field. Ocon actually jumping his teammate Sergio Perez there as well, so that could get quite spicy with 4 rounds left of the season. My teammate Stoffel Van Dorn still doing an absolutely terrible job with only 2 points on the board still, and having a look in the Constructors' standings. We also jumped Toro Rosso in that Grand Prix. You can probably jump Haas by the end of the season. But there we are then. That was the Japanese Grand Prix. Really, really devastating. You know, the footage did corrupt there, but I wanted to sort of prove, you know, that I did still record this race. So hopefully, you know, you guys still have enjoyed.